Man, let's get right into this video.
This
IRL
YouTuber
streamer
told
got
everyone
life
he
in
was
prison
live
for
streaming
this
a
stream.
game, but prosecutors say that was all an alibi and he was lying. So they gave him life in prison. So it's safe to say we have quite the insane story today. So this guy thought he figured it out,
He
I
looked
guess.
like a murderer
I mean,
already.
he really thought he was smarter than everyone else because
Look how
on
he
the night
looking.
of December 18th, 2022, there's a full 6-hour YouTube live stream of him sitting at home playing Grand Theft Auto while drinking and joking around. At one point, he even tells viewers, "I'm not leaving the house tonight." And
Of course you're not leaving the house tonight. You about to kill somebody. You think you getting that alibi, boy. You think you slick. Yo, it's crazy how the internet be doing certain things. People on the internet be doing crazy
somehow
stuff.
that was supposed to be his airtight alibi, except
Airtight
prosecutors
alibi,
say that
literally.
the same night, during the exact same stream, he was miles
He had a
away
duck on his
committing the
microphone. Look at
attack
this nigga.
that would later lead to his conviction. And now, after a full trial, a jury has looked into all of it and decided his alibi was a complete lie.
Idiot.
So Stephen McCullough, also known online as Vote
Looks like a
Saxon 07, has been found
looked like
guilty
Dark
in
Fight.
Belfast Crown Court. And when the verdict was read, people cheered, some were crying, and it was one of those moments where you could actually feel how long all this has been building. Because this case was just so unbelievably strange, and it was all backed by such a reckless plan. But I guess to understand
the
why
plan,
this
though?
hit so hard,
You gotta get
kind of
to
have to
it, my
understand
brother.
what this was all about. So Natalie McNally, she was 32 years old. She was
32, she don't even look that old though. She looked pretty young.
about 15 weeks pregnant, and everything about her life to that point suggested that she was
pregnant?
moving forward. This was the kind of situation where she was close to her family, her parents, her brothers. This was the kind of situation where a new baby is super exciting for everyone in the family. Like, there was a future being built here. And Steve
But the looks that I'm hearing, I hope this guy did not kill a pregnant woman. I really hope this guy didn't kill a pregnant woman, bro.
Steven was supposed to be a part of that picture, but the two had met just months earlier, and things moved quickly. And when she told him that she was pregnant, the messages shown in court made it seem like he was on board, as he was calling the baby Little Squish. So I
Little
guess on the
Squish.
surface, it
The
looked
guy's
somewhat
name
normal,
is
but then comes
Squish.
December 18th, which was a Sunday night about
He's
a
a
week
killer
before
for sure.
Christmas. Natalie's at home, and earlier that day, she'd even liked to post promoting Steven's stream, which was about a 6-hour session that started at 6 p.m. Just a normal live stream, except it wasn't. Because between 8:50 and 9:30 p.m., something happened inside that house that would later be described in court as a planned, calculated, and premeditated attack.
Oh,
And while
heck
all this
no.
is happening, his YouTube channel was still live. He posted pretty often, stuff like gaming and Doctor Who content,
he
of
ain't
all
even a-
things.
Oh, I thought he was a big streamer. 10 years ago? 7K views? I can't even hate. He get more than me.
And if you actually watch parts of that stream, it almost feels surreal. So he's sitting there in a Santa hat, talking to
Damn!
viewers,
Oh,
pouring
shit.
himself drinks, playing GTA like nothing in the world is happening.
Yeah,
And then there's the
Christmas
part that
hat
just
on.
hits a little bit different. He says it's going to be a really good Christmas this year, you know, knowing that he pre-recorded this to go do what he was about to do. But the next morning,
Nigga did a
Natalie is found.
pre-recorded
Steven is the one who calls it in, and he presents himself as the grieving boyfriend.
Premeditated
And
murder,
I
yo.
hate to say it, but for a moment, it actually worked, because when police look at him, there's this 6-hour video sitting right there, a full timeline at his home. But that's where things start getting really weird. It does seem a little bit too convenient. Like, a pregnant woman is just attacked in her home, and her boyfriend just happens to have a full 6-hour video of himself online at the exact time. Like, it would make more sense if he was one of those daily streamers, but if he just streamed here and there, I don't know. It's hard to really know because his page has been nuked on YouTube, so yeah.
Damn.
But there were posts going around breaking down the timeline, trying to make sense of it. People pointed out how earlier that same day, Natalie had interacted with a post promoting the stream. But the more you looked, the more things just didn't really sit right. So for
The thing is, of course, things are not going to sit right. Listen, number one, he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer. That's number one. Number two, he had the worst Christmas hat in the world on. You can't trust. He's a school threat. He's a menace to society, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He's the type to reach for the bag. And you should have known based off. But rest in peace, the young lady. Because if he really did this to that young, innocent woman, he got to die in that jail, man.
starters, the way the stream was set up. Right at the beginning, he tells viewers there's a technical issue and that he won't be interacting with the chat. So chat amongst yourselves, he said.
Because this streaming software is kind of up the left, it means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. So by all means,
fault, yeah,
talk
my light
amongst
went off.
yourselves. I could use my phone to dip in every now and again and check it, but phone's away. Can't look at the live chat for some bloody reason, because if I do, it makes the whole thing freeze and OBS just screws up.
I guess you can say that's the first red flag, because if you've ever watched a live stream, you already know. I mean, interaction happens, especially on like a sit-down gaming stream with not like a whole bunch of viewers. Like, for example, I stream here on this channel and I do interact a little bit with chat, but for the most part, when I live stream, I kind of live stream like I'm recording a video. So I just like start the stream and then I just, you know, report or do the whole video, but I do it live. So in those streams, because they're way shorter than like a 6-hour stream, I don't interact with chat too much. I do talk to it a little bit though. But here, in 6 hours, he didn't interact a single time with chat, which is crazy.
See, people gotta realize these dumbass ideas y'all got in your head to commit fucking murder is ridiculous, bro. Like, y'all not bigger than the program, bro. Who in a pre-recorded stream would not entertain the chat at all? Like, gang, just think about it, bro. You could have said, like, I see you in the chat, Like, no, you stupid idiot. It's like, I don't get how people try to, like, they think they're not going to get away, bro. Y'all, listen, you have to have literal superhuman abilities to get away with anything in this world. Especially now in this day and age, you need to at least be, like, invisible or something. Because, nigga, you're not getting away with shit.
Especially with the whole point of that kind of stream is, you know, to be an interactive live stream, not to be a VOD. I guess for him, it was meant to be a VOD though, because, you know, it was his alibi. I digress. But he then also had moments in a stream that, looking back now, are just very unsettling.
Like, I was reading somewhere recently, like the amount of police force that we have lost over the last 12 years is just frightening, and no wonder crime is on the rise. That's why a lot of sticking to just doing crimes in a video game. No wonder crime is on the rise. That's why I like sticking to just doing crimes in a video game, because I'm a bit of a sadistic, I suppose. But then again, it is a video game, you know, so like, it's got real world consequences, so who gives a I need to kill this I need to take her down. Attack, panic, attack. That's what we're doing.
Bro, what fucking game is this
it
guy
almost
playing?
feels
He's
gaming
playing
and Doctor Who content.
No!
Of all things.
Oh,
and if you actually watch parts of that stream, it almost feels surreal.
Dip in every now and again.
Acting with the chat. So chat amongst yourselves, he said.
Because this streaming software is kind of up the...
And then there's the part that just hits a little bit different. He says it's going to be a really good Christmas this year. Knowing that he pre-recorded chat amongst yourselves, he said.
Because this streaming software is kind of up the left, it means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. So by all means, talk amongst yourselves. I could use my phone to dip in every now and again and check it, but phone's away. Can't look at the live chat for some bloody reason, because if I do, it makes the whole thing freeze and OBS just screws up.
I guess you can say that's the first red flag, because if you've ever watched a live stream, you already know. I mean, interaction happens, especially on like a sit-down gaming stream with not like a whole bunch of viewers. Like, for example,
interaction's gonna happen. That's how you entertain the chat. What does he think?
I stream here on this channel and I do interact a little bit with chat, but for the most part, when I live stream, I kind of live stream like I'm recording a video. So I just like start the stream and then I just, you know, report or do the whole video, but I do it live. So in those streams, because they're way shorter than like a 6-hour stream, I don't interact with chat too much. I do talk to it a little bit though. But here, in 6 hours, he didn't interact a single time with chat, which is crazy. Especially with the whole point of that kind of stream is, you know, to be an interactive
police force sadistic, I suppose. But then again, it is a video game, you know, so like, it's got real world consequences, so who gives a I need to kill this I need to take her down. Attack, panic, attack. That's what we're doing.
And later he tries to balance that out by saying, in real life, I'm an absolute sweetheart. Apparently not. It feels like a joke. It wasn't for the fact that this evil human being stole a pregnant woman's life. Like, even small
evil ass human being. Like, what makes people do something like this? That's the #1 rule. Protect women and children. Gang, I hope you still alive, brother, because you gonna get it.
All details fell off. Like, his phone was completely inactive during the exact window of the attack. Then suddenly his phone was active again right when the stream ends. Super convenient. I guess his explanation was that he'd been drinking and was basically just passed out. And for a while, that's where the case sat. He was arrested, then he was released, his status was downgraded, and other people were questioned. And police even appealed to the public for information, offering a reward, which kind of tells you everything, because I feel like you don't really do that if you're confident you have your guy. Meanwhile, during this time,
I'm gonna say them motherfuckers didn't have shit. And he would look. I bet you, yo, whole time, I bet you this asshole thought he was getting away with this shit. He got released. I know he was lit. I know he was like, well, I got these people go to stream. Yo, bro, I want to see how this nigga got
he's
caught.
still around and close to the family. And that is just next level messed up. Prosecutors later said the family literally bring him in, they console him, and they support him. So to number one, do that to begin with. And then number two, still console and be there for the family.
Idiot.
Like, it's just, there's so many layers of how messed up this is. But thankfully, when you upload videos, there's metadata and timestamps and file history and encoding details. So I guess when the cybercrime unit started,
I don't even know what metadata is, but nigga, I support it right now. In this instance, what the fuck is metadata? They talk about timestamps and some more stuff, man. Yo,
digging into that live stream,
bro?
they found that video wasn't live at all. That video was actually recorded days earlier on December 14th. It was saved as a file, then uploaded and played back later to look like it was happening in real time. Which means that entire 6-hour alibi was fake. And once you know that, everything about this weird stream suddenly makes way more sense. So, in court, prosecutor Charles McCraner, he said his claims that between 6 p.m. and midnight that he was going live was complete fabrication. And at that point, the entire case flips, because when you need a fake alibi, chances are you probably were doing something that you weren't supposed to do. So police bring him back in, and at first, he tries to hold on to it, even after being confronted with the evidence. He reportedly says that it's literally impossible the stream wasn't live, which at that point just sounds like desperation, because he just doesn't want to accept the fact that he did what he did, and now he's going to get the consequences for doing what he did. But also,
it'd be funny to hear the dumb shit that people say for the dumb shit that they do. Nigga said it's literally impossible I wasn't live. Nigga, the evidence is right there, nigga. Like, bro,
So, I mean, if he went and did that because he got a girl pregnant, clearly he doesn't even own his own actions. He is literally just a man.
Like, why would you do that to that poor little girl, bro? Like, you like, bro, why would you do that? Especially she 15 months pregnant? Wait. Is it possible to be 15 months pregnant? Even if she's 15 months pregnant, why would you do that to a woman that's 15 months pregnant, bro? That's actually fucked up. Like, actually, bro, you stole a pregnant woman's life and you stole the kid life. The kid been in there for 15 months. You know how long that is? Fucking asshole.
Which makes this so depressing, because, I mean, dude essentially got something that so many people dream of and decided to just destroy 3 lives just like that. It's sad. It's so sad. Honestly, way more lives, because he also, you know, ruined the life of her family and his family, because now his family has to live with the fact that they raised a monster, and now her family doesn't have her anymore. This is so tragic. So, I mean, honestly, it's not surprising that he was already caught and he's still trying to argue his way out of it. Like, he's pathetic. So, I mean, they show him the timestamps and he's just like, no, that's impossible. I was live. And at that point, give it up, dude. But eventually the story does change. And in a prepared statement, he admits that the stream was pre-recorded. But instead of explaining why, he just pivots and he says that he was home drinking and asleep for most of the night. But he still claims that he never left the house. And prosecutors were not buying that for a second. And now, with the alibi gone, investigators start actually rebuilding what they thought would have happened that night. So prosecutors showed that in days leading up to December 18th, he had been searching transport routes, which included bus times, train schedules, and specific routes between Lisburn and Lurgan. And the same routes would later show up in CCTV. So on the night itself, they say that he leaves the home while that pre-recorded stream is playing in a freaking disguise. Are you joking, bro?
Yo, bro, this nigga plays too much video games, bro. He thought he was Agent 47. Oh, man. So first, you was drunk at home sleeping. Then your dumb, stupid ass, with that dumbass accent you got, decided to fucking go outside your house in a fucking disguise. You stupid bitch.
Bro left his house with one of those, like, the glasses with the mustache on.
He got to get in
Regardless,
jail.
he had his face covered, hood up, carrying a bag, and he was wearing gloves. And at one point, the person removes a black glove, and underneath it, a yellow glove. I'm kind of surprised that he thought he could outsmart everyone and do this, but the footage continues, and the same figure is seen arriving in Lurgan, walking through the town, and heading to the direction of Natalie's home. And at one point, prosecutors say he even changes his appearance again, switching clothing near her neighborhood. And as angry as this makes me, it's kind of nice to know that he just wanted to get away with it so badly and he failed this miserably. Like, he tried to be some like giga brain dude and figure out how to get away with all this, but no, he's just a complete moron. It's like, wow, congratulations, dude. Enjoy your life in a cell for the rest of your life. But after everything happens, there's more footage, and then you see the person leaving the area, getting into a taxi, and heading back to his home. So just days after everything happened, he attends the wake at Natalie's family's home. And this part is honestly kind of hard to wrap your head around because according to prosecutors, the family welcomed him in. And at one point, he goes back to the family's home again and spends time there. And then he leaves. And then about 40 minutes later, he comes back. And apparently the reason he came back was he said he forgot his phone, which, you know, that happens. People forget things. But the problem is he'd been recording on that phone the entire time. Investigators later believe that he left it there on purpose to capture what the family was saying after he left. And I guess he did this because he was trying to find out if they suspected him of, you know, doing it. You know what a life hack is to, you know, not have to worry about those things? Just don't do that.
Just don't
if you
do
don't
it.
end someone's life, you don't have to worry about if people think that you ended someone's life or not. It's pretty simple. But at the end of everything, the jury goes out to deliberate, and it doesn't take long, only about 2 hours. And the verdict comes back as guilty, and the room erupts. People were celebrating so much, the judge had to step in for the proceedings to actually go on. McCallow shows no reaction, and the defense suggested during the trial that someone else had done it. And I guess he just maintained that he didn't do it, regardless if there's so much information that makes it seem like he did so. But at the end of the day, I mean, the jury didn't buy it, and he's now been handed a life sentence with a minimum term to be set later. So yeah, this is just an awful alibi planned out by a complete moron. And now his reward for all this is spending the rest of his life in prison. So well played. Complete skill issue, dude. Maybe you shouldn't go end people's life. Sorry for the sad story. It was just such an insane thing. I felt like I wanted to cover it.
You're going to get hit with the dookie guns and dookie knives, buddy. Good luck in jail, you stupid motherfucker. I hope they make you eat dookie.